interpretation of network recruiting is leveraging as many referrals from your installed employee base as possible, or anyone within your own internal network, whether it's your board, your advisors, your mentors. But the key that's missing in a lot of places is you often just default to like, who's the best male engineer or who's the best salesperson, whatever your stereotype is in your head. Network recruiting really uncovers the hidden gems, either through some kind of software or through a much more diligent process that allows you to uncover people you probably weren't thinking about or that you just forgot you were connected to.
Yep. I agree. I would add to that just slightly, which is something I learned from Tony Xu, who's the CEO of DoorDash. Tony, as we would know with salespeople, it's ABC, always be closing. For Tony, it was always be recruiting. And that was true when we were hiring hundreds or thousands of people, and also true when we weren't hiring anyone at all. And I think right now is a really interesting moment for founders and for leaders to be recruiting, even if you don't have any open roles. And so for me, what network recruiting means is being able to tap into your network to just be meeting people and creating opportunities for serendipity. And so even though you may not have roles open right now, or your growth plan may be a lot smaller than what we thought it was going to be initially, all of us have to be optimists at heart. All of us have to believe that technology is eating the world. And so if you do believe that those things are true, then ultimately right now is the best time for you to just be building relationships, creating opportunities for serendipity, and then ultimately being able to potentially hire people that you engage with right now.
Yeah, I think just to build on top of that, the way I sort of think about it is similar to raising capital from investors. You want to build a relationship over time, and so that they invest on a line, not just on a point. So if you can be doing that 12, 18 months ahead with the best talent, and showing them the story of how you're kind of building, how the team's growing, how the product's coming together, new customers that are coming on, and showing them that sort of momentum and getting them excited, they're way more likely to then be able to convert into a hire versus if you start, cold 18 months from now.
No, that makes sense. And how does that compare to inbound versus outbound recruiting, or as a whole? Is this kind of a new way to look at it? Or is it something that we've kind of already been doing, but now putting a name to it?
I can jump in on this. I mean, sales execs describe when they see recruiting products, they're like, oh my God, you guys are like 10, 15 years behind where we are. and I think that's exactly true, because from a recruiting standpoint, up to this point, it's basically inbound, people that are coming directly to your website, outbound using cold email through Gem or LinkedIn or something like that. And then this really hack job of a process of, hey, do you know anybody for these types of roles? And so it was really cool to actually get a peek under the hood of Swarm earlier in the week to see how you all are thinking about solving the network recruiting problem and actually building software to help companies enable that.
No, that makes sense. Melanie, I saw you shaking your head.
Well, not just attached to the recruiting side of things, but also thinking about once they actually hit your payroll. Referrals are proven to be much more engaged in the process of employment with you as an organization, because they already have an installed buddy in their org, right? They have access to information that probably other people don't have access to, because they can just turn to their friend who referred them. And so it's not, the recruiting or the referral doesn't end just at the moment they hit payroll. It continues the investment going forward after that. And that's incredibly important when you're very early stage.